Hi, I'm Troy McClure. You might remember me from such podcast specials as Sardonicast, Burger King Mukbang, and Campycast Goes to Brazil. I'm here to introduce to you the Too Many Movies 138th Episode Spectacular. You see, podcast host Hal is a huge fan of a little indie animated show called The Simpsons, and they have an episode titled The 138th Episode Spectacular, where it goes over the history of the show up until then with hilarious results. So to honor such a classic episode, Hal decided to steal the title and make his very own 138th Episode Spectacular. And by that, we mean it's a glorified clip show. Enjoy! The only time I was ever engaged with this movie is there's this one scene, this really, really unintentionally funny scene, when Jessica Alba, is like walking around her apartment because she hears something, and she opens up her oven and she like sticks her head in, and then it bursts into flames, and then she gets caught on fire. She's like, ah! And then it immediately cuts to her like waking up in bed and be like, oh, and it's just like, oh, it was all a dream. But it's like, oh god, it was so funny. Like, I don't often rewind movies because I find that annoying, but like I genuinely rewound because I was like, wait, I need to see this again. Like, I need to focus on this one scene. And it was fucking hilarious. It was brilliant in how stupid it was. It caught me off guard. I loved it. But the rest of the movie was unspecial. It was so bad. It was so stupid.
Oh yeah, there's also some essays in here, and one of the guys that wrote the essays caught my eye. Can I show it?
Who's one of the essay writers? I gotta know.
It's the first one. I'll take a picture.
Okay, this I gotta see.
Okay, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm just gonna.
Because you seem very excited to tell me, so I can't even imagine who this is. But it's somebody important, I'm sure.
Do you remember Wreck-It Ralph?
I remember Wreck-It Ralph. Oh. When you said remember Wreck-It Ralph, I'm like, what does that mean? And then I see the name David Sims. I immediately knew. Knew. Oh, Terminal, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
All right. To add,
I was so to show it to you.
To add some context, there's as we know, there's a movie called Wreck-It Ralph. There's a couple of characters in the movie Wreck-It Ralph that are antagonistic towards Vanellope. They're the Candy Crush drivers. They all look like weird Candyland children. One of them is named Candlehead, and writer of this essay in the Old Boy 4K, David Sims, known internet movie critic. His review, you could look this review up on Letterboxd for Wreck-It Ralph. You will find it. I forget what score he gave the movie, but he basically just said Candlehead though, which is not saying a lot, but it is implying a lot. I remember finding that review and just being revolted by it. And it's one I bring up to a lot of people. And everybody I've told has ruined their day. They're just like, oh. I love I'm not looking at the review, but I can just imagine it. The comment section only has one comment. And one comment says, a literal child.
I couldn't stop laughing somehow.
Look, objectively, it's one of the funniest Letterboxd reviews I've ever come across. Not even just because of what it says, but because of the implications and the fact that an adult male wrote it. Oh, okay. Now I need this 4K. I was thinking I'll just get a standard Blu-ray or something, but now I need this 4K specifically if it comes with the illustrious David Sims's essay writing.
Yeah. I also checked his Letterboxd account. He watched Old Boy, so this is probably the same David Sims, probably. Hopefully.
It has to be. It has to be.
Yeah.
I barely watched Mystery Inc. when it came out, so I don't remember anything.
I didn't finish it, but I remember that I liked it when I was watching it.
Yeah, I remember not hating it. I mean, like, it's Scooby-Doo. I'm not going to turn down Scooby-Doo unless it's the Raja Gosnell movies.
Trivia. The Dreamweaver is a combination of David Bowie's character Jared from the Jim Henson movie Labyrinth and Dr. Michael Morbius, the vampire from Marvel Comics.
Yeah, fuck yeah, it's Morbid time.
Oh, God. It's
nice.
Not. It's not. We're done with that.
That's...
Bury me! Bury me!
That's incredible. That is incredible. Good
if it's Morbid
God.
time, I think it's time that we flee this world.
Hal, as a side note, as I'm bringing that up, start fading in the actual music. Just quiet, loud enough that they hear it, but quiet enough that I won't get claimed.
Sure. I'll see what I can do. That is the best thing you could have said, honestly. Knock, knock, let the devil in, malevolent as I've ever been. My head is spinning, this medicine screaming, I let us in, like a salad bowl. Edgar Allan Poe, bedridden, should have been dead a long time ago. Liquid Tylenol, gelatins, I think my skeleton's melting. Wicked, I get all high when I think I've smelled the scent of elephant manure. Hell, I meant Kahlua, screw it, to hell with it. I went through hell with accelerants and blew up myself again. Volkswagen tailspin, bucket matches my pale skin. Mayo and I went from Hellman's and Refin. Filet-O-Fish, Scribble Jam, Rap Olympics, 97, Freaknik, How Can I Be Down, Me and Bizarre in Florida, Proof's room slept on the floor of the motel, then Dr. Dre said, hell yeah, and I still got his stamp like a postcard, word to Mel, man. And I know they're gonna hate, but I don't care. I barely can wait to hit him with the snare and the bass. Square in this face, this fucking world better prepare to get laced because they're gonna get a taste of my venom. I got that adrenaline momentum. Plot. So anyway, she's trying to tell people that Tina's in trouble, and Dr. Loomis is just like, oh, describe where she's at, and she's just like mouthing these words. Or she's like struggling to say them, and at one point she sees like the store that Tina's at has this advertisement for like cookies, I guess. It's like this very robust woman with big tits, and she has cookies over her tits, and the way that Jamie describes it, she says cookie woman, and the cop is just immediately like, oh, that's that certain blah 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 gas station, like go there, and then the next shot 4 police cars surround Tina in the parking lot. It's like, oh my God, cookie woman, are you fucking insane? Oh God, it was so funny. Cookie woman, that saved the day. Was Danielle Harris with all of her might saying cookie woman. Good God, this movie is a masterpiece of the highest degree. It is so unbelievably insane.
Oh, you know what? We need to actually talk about that quick too before anything. So, because we didn't tell James this before. The title of the movie, Manos, the Hands of Fate.
Right.
Manos.
Yeah, I don't actually know what that
means.
James,
James, did you take 7th grade Spanish?
I did, but I don't know what it means.
Manos is the Spanish word for hands.
What? Are you fucking serious? What?
So what does that make the full title?
Hands! The hands of fate.
That's amazing. You know what? Yeah. I can think of no better title, you know?
It's almost as if the movie was made by a fertilizer salesman.
It's like it's like you just know he thought he was clever with that.
He thought
we'll call it Manos, because it's the Spanish word for hands. Yeah. And he thought that white people in the 60s would be too stupid to know that, which, correct, yeah. But... Yeah.
You know what? I was too stupid to know that, so that's... Yeah, good job.
As we all know,
you really fooled me.
Nobody in America speaks Spanish.
Oh, boy. That's incredible. Oh, my God.
just completely pointless. So I'm not adding it to the collection. I'm fine with just having the first Joker movie just being on its own, being its own thing. I will watch that forever and never think about this movie again.
Good for you.
Melvin, brother of the Joker, was more worth my time than Joker 2.
Melvin brother, what is that?
Oh, you don't know? Oh,
No.
So my profile picture right now on Discord. So, a little Doug history. Oh, I love introducing people to some Doug history. So,
Oh, please do.
we all know the nostalgia critic, the God amongst men, Doug Walker. Years ago, like early on in like the nostalgia critics popularity on YouTube, I want to say maybe like it had to have been like 2008, 2009 even. He made a video called Melvin, Brother of the Joker, where he made it's a skit about, well, Melvin, brother of the Joker from The Dark Knight. Because, The Dark Knight was kind of the biggest thing ever in the late 2000s. I don't know if you know that. So
Wow. I had no idea.
Doug took it upon himself to make a skit about Melvin, brother of the Joker. And the joke is, oh, I'm the brother of the Joker. I'm trying to be cool, but I'm not. And it's just 8.5 minutes of Doug riffing as this Joker-like character. He's like, hello, I'm Melvin, the brother of the Joker. I'm cool. I want to talk about ray guns right now and how evil I am. And, occasionally like he'll have his mother, played by Doug again as the mother, just be like, Melvin, what are you doing? Why don't you take care of me? And it's just 8.5 minutes of him just improving this completely original character, original in quotation marks. And for years, it was seen as Doug Walker's worst video. Now, I watched it again. It is no doubt cringy because, again, it's him trying to do his Heath Ledger Joker impression and just passing it off as like, oh, I'm the brother of the Joker, Melvin. It's like...
I'm sure he's really hamming it up, too.
Oh, it is incredibly cringy.
Classic Doug Walker.
Yeah. But... when did this video come out? Like, again, like 2008, 2009. It has been 15 years since that video came out. It is not his worst video. It is not that cringy. I mean, it is cringy, but it is charmingly cringy now.
Is it better than Pink Floyd's The Wall video?
Oh, absolutely. Because the Pink Floyd's The Wall video is, I would make the argument, it is his worst video. Like, I've already gone over it when I talked about The Wall on this podcast, but like, that is one of his biggest blunders. But I will defend Melvin, brother of the Joker, as being so anti-comedy that it's brilliant. Okay, it is so stupid, but it's funny. Like, it's so not funny that it's funny. Like, it's not. It really is just inoffensive. It's like, some people look at Doug Walker's comedy or his content, they're just like, oh, this is the worst thing on YouTube. It's like, no, it's not. It's really not. Like, there's a lot of bad content on YouTube. Doug Walker is nowhere near the worst of it. Look, I always say this. If Doug Walker was the worst channel on YouTube, we would be so privileged to be living in that universe. I wish he was the worst. He was making the worst content on YouTube. I really do.
At least it's not a kick streamer.
I know, exactly.
He's got that going for him.
Yeah, I would sooner rather his cringe be posted and that be the worst than some of the shit I've seen posted on this fucking hell site. Like, so
like Ben 11. Gosh, I hate that guy.
Yeah, what's up with that dude, huh? So,
gosh, he's so annoying. Over edits everything. Like, bro.
Okay, Howard the Duck. If you don't mind, I'm going to lead this one a little bit because I have some lore behind me in this movie, and I find it very interesting.
So take the stage, dude.
I remember.
This is all you.
Thank you. But anyway, I remember very specifically would have been like late 2020. Yeah, it would have been literally the last day of 2020. I saw that. Oh no, Howard the Duck is gonna leave Netflix. Canadian Netflix was like, oh man, I gotta watch it. And I was like, and I just started out, very simply enough, and I watched the movie. Get certain reactions you might expect because it's Howard the Duck. And I was like, I remember when I was rating it, I was like, okay, well, this movie's ass, but I think it's very funny. So I randomly was like, okay, I think I'll give it a 7 out of 10. And I give it that 7. And then like a year passes, it's like 2021. And one of my friends, like, is when I like most of my letterbox mutuals, I'm talking to them on our Discord or whatever, and they randomly go, hey, why did you give Howard the Duck a 7? You check letterbox, like, oh, people hate this movie. It's terrible. And I'm like, well, I don't know. It's pretty good. And I'm like, and then eventually this led to something really funny where I got into, shortly after this, I accidentally caused a Howard the Duck watch party with a bunch of my friends where people watched it. And the funniest thing was, I led this whole brigade, and I didn't even actually join VC for more than 10 minutes. So I gaslit my friends into watching Howard the Duck, and they all hated it. And from there, I've been known as the Howard the Duck guy of my friend group. And it's so funny, actually. See, I'm really glad you picked this, Hal, because I was like, I pitched this to Anthony. I was like, Anthony, can we do Howard the Duck on CampyCast? And the one time I asked him, he very bluntly was like, I'm not fucking rewatching that. So it's like, people are not a fan of this movie per se.
I can't for the life of me remember anything about this movie. It is so forgettable.
Dude, like if it was released on physical media, you'd find it at like bottom of the barrel, like CVS.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not even at like a video store, just like a CVS.
Not even Walmart, just CVS.
Your grandma would give it to you for Christmas, thinking because you asked for Dune, and she thought she got confused.
What's that? You said Rebel Moon? Here you go, Sonny. I got you it for Christmas.
I said Dune, not Rebel Moon.
I said Dune, you old bag. Give me Dune.
You're going to the fucking home.
Oh, that's the 7th time this month.
Oh, man. He just has a pile of Rebel Moon DVDs.
Grandma, stop going to that CVS.
You keep asking me for Dune. I didn't give you Rebel Moon.
I thought it was the same thing. Oh god, that is so funny. Unironically though, actually, if this was on physical media and you could only get it from a CVS, I'd probably consider owning it because that is hilarious. But
just for the joke.
Yeah, just for the joke of it. But because it's on Netflix and we'll never see a disc release, it's completely pointless. I have no reason to ever even think about these movies again.
It's disposable.
Yeah.
Like I can't think of a better word other than disposable.
Disposable. I hear, are they gonna make another one? Because I thought it was just supposed to be a 2-parter, but then I'm pretty sure it ends on we have more sequels in us kind of way.
Oh my god, seriously?
I don't know. They might not, because who the fuck really gives a shit about Rebel Moon?
Nobody gives a shit about Rebel Tune.
Rebel Tune. I thought it was Dune. Shut up, Grandma.
Go drink your prune juice.
Go drink my Dune juice, my Rebel Moon juice. Prune juice.
It's just the peach tea from BVS.
Here you go, Sonny. Grandma, this is piss.
This is Jesse Eisenberg's piss.
So, all right, let's move on. Rebel prune juice.
Yeah,
that movie looks. What the hell?
Yeah. Anyway,
I don't know what's going on with that, but it exists. Oh, that's fucking Sesame Street looking ass motherfucker.
Is that
that's what you should use?
This is the no. I'm keeping Kong. I'm keeping Kong.
No, yeah. There's Kong's right there.
Kong's right there. All right,
Yeah,
fine,
he's the
fine.
Kong guy.
I'll
He's the Kong
prolong
guy.
the episode even longer so that I can change this to my profile picture. I'm changing it to Kong.
That
To
that
better
picture of them
Kong.
in Egypt looks like it was made by AI.
Because it
I think it is AI.
Okay.
Wow, astute observation.
Astute observation.
What's going on with evolved Kong speak?
All right, I'm Kong.
He's got
Everybody.
2 gums.
Good reference there, William. Let's talk about a groovy movie. One of the movies we're talking about today.
Scooby-Doo and the
is-
Alien Invaders. That's a groovy movie.
Ooh. Shit, wrong. Oh, fuck. I watched the wrong movie. I watched The Evil Dead instead.
Oh shit, so did
man.
Oh, man.
Me too. How did we all make that mistake?
I guess we gotta talk about that then.
Let's just make this an Evil Dead episode, I guess.
Okay.
Why not just talk about all 3 of them?
Yeah, why not? The first Evil Dead is the only one where he doesn't say groovy, though. Man.
Oh.
SMH.
We're
Can't
off to a
even-
great start.
Can't even watch the right Evil Dead movie.
Yeah.
Man.
Review of this recently, but like when I first watched this movie, again, it was 2016, and I was like late 2016, had to be. And like they make a joke about Donald Trump because there's that scene where like it's like a phone operator facility, and like this one woman's just
and
like
they mentioned like Trump and Hillary.
well, so she, like this woman goes up to her boss and she's just like, half of New York's like calling us, and he's like, yeah, we're getting a bunch of calls now because the cops are busy, and she's like, and I'm marrying Donald Trump, and I'm just like, what? Like in 2016, I was like, what? Oh, right, he was famous in the 90s, of course.
Yeah.
But then later on, there's a scene where like they're driving in New York, and like some woman like cuts him off, and John McClane goes, "Who's this woman think she is? Hillary Clinton?" And again, in 2016, I was just like, "What? What?" Like that just blew my mind. That not only did we get a Trump and Hillary joke in a movie, we got it from 1995. Like again,
that's so weird. Though.
again,
Like,
realistically,
because,
both of those people were famous icons in the 90s. So it makes sense that they would make jokes at their expense. It's just from our 2016 perspective, we didn't realize that having them both in the same movie was also funny in and of itself. Like again,
they predicted 2016.
again, this movie can be appreciated more now than it was in 1995. Like
Yeah, it's so like funny when they like caught me off guard. Like, wait a minute, when was this movie made? Like,
Yeah.
oh,
yeah.
So, I was over at a friend's house the first night I watched it.
Okay, can't relate already. Sorry.
So I was over at Anna Kendrick's house.
Okay. Now I can relate.
Yeah, sure. Good for the kids.
Good for the kids. Yeah, I agree.
If it's good for the kids, it's good for the adults.
Final verdict for this travesty, this abomination, is a motherfucking 10 out of 10 legendary status. With a badass seal of approval. The world, its characters, the writing, its pacing, all the interesting side quests. Does a 10 out of 10 equal a perfect game? No.
Don't understand when it's
Yeah, I think
I'm getting so triggered.
I think the part that insults me the most is when Doug is doing the Another Brick in the Wall Part 2 parody, and like knowing what Roger Waters had to go through in like the British schooling of that time, and then Doug's just like, LOL, so school sucks. Grow a damn pair of balls.
Yeah, grow a damn pair of balls, and so it's so funny. But like, yeah, no, it's like, well, he can't. Like, it's not like, does Doug not understand that the American school system is different from the British school system of the 50s and 60s? Like, yeah, it was genuinely horrible, the conditions of the schooling system. Like, you're equating something that's not the same as this other thing. You're equating modern schooling to schooling from close to 60 years ago, Doug. Like, that's not the same thing. I think it is starting to get a little more traction now where people are more open. I don't know about George Lucas, probably not.
He
but,
probably
like, I think
he would like literally do anything to like destroy every copy that exists in the world. He would probably never talk about it, but everybody around him, I hope, would at least.
If that's so, Hal, put your copy in a safe.
I absolutely am. So yeah, I guess that I'm pretty much done talking about it. So like I want to say like I am absolutely 110% keeping this DVD. Like
At least until George Lucas breaks into your house.
Yeah, well, if Mr. Lucas breaks into my house, I'll be like, "Hey, it's you," and he just punches me in the face and takes their DVD away from me. I'm just like, "Mr. Lucas, it's an honor," rubbing my face.
$10 down the drain.
$10 down the drain.
No, he leaves you $10 for it.
Here's your money back.
Honestly, $10 is like a penny to him. So you know. And to bring up the cars again, there's that one shot of like a taxi with like a skeleton strewn across the front.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna mention that.
I had never noticed that before, but like when I saw it, I lost my shit because that's funny to me. Just like seeing this taxi with like a skeleton strewn across the front, as if like the taxi driver just someone died on there and the taxi driver just never cleaned it up. Like that's funny. That is a funny fucking visual, and it's in the Mario movie of all movies.
So I forgot to mention, so my notes for Hunchback were titled The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yes.
But then my notes for Perfect Blue were just Perfect Blue notes.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, you know, I thought you had like a really big, clever thing to show us, but no, it's just perfect notes.
I was waiting the whole episode when you said, "Hey, I have something really funny for that. I'm going to reveal it at the end." It's like, oh, I can't wait to see the clever wordplay that Olivia came up with, and you just completely bitch slapped me with that.
Or no, it's not perfect notes. It's Perfect Blah BL and then hyphen notes.
Oh, that makes it so much better.
I feel like that's worse at that point. Perfect notes, not even perfect blokes. No, you have to add the specific extra syllable to it.
Olivia, are you proud of yourself?
I am, indubitably.
Oh, yeah.
I'm proud of you too. Don't worry.
I couldn't think of anything else better.
And here's where M is supposed to establish his power. To show that, like, you know, you don't fuck with M. You don't do that because he can fuck you up real badly.
Oh, God, here we go.
So, what does he do? What in this situation does he do to prove his power to little old Claire?
Trust me, you're never going to guess it.
No, I could never have guessed it. So, let me explain as best as I can. And people, I'm telling you, I am 100% serious when I talk about this. Please do not consider me a crazy person. I am not making this up. So, what he does, first off, he expands her breasts. I know already people are just like, are you fucking kidding me? But like, trust me, it gets worse. The breasts.
Get a commentary. You can watch this with us if you want to, and see it for yourself. And then come back to us with an apology video playing the ukulele.
Play the ukulele.
I was wrong. You were right. That shit was real, and now I need to bleach my eyes.
Exactly. So the breasts grow big, and they just keep growing and growing and growing, as does her ass. To the point that she becomes...
You may think to yourself, oh, damn, that's kind of hot, like the fucking art I like to see on certain sites. No.
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 No, this gets worse, dude. I'm sorry to break it to you.
It gets so massive, and so it becomes what we like to call a tit puddle. That is... There's no other way of describing it. That's what it is. It is just a puddle of titties. And it's gross. It's disgusting, and I applaud that this movie actually went through with that. They actually showed a tit puddle in a movie like this. Not that I'm not surprised, I'm just weirdly proud of this movie for doing that. And this is the scene every time I pay attention to the reactions. And 90% of the time I hear these reactions from people, it is mostly people going like, what the fuck? Get me out of here. I don't want to see this. This is the worst. I hate you. Like, I hear a lot of I hate yous whenever
Hal, I'm
I
gonna
show
kick
the
your
scene.
ass. Said
Exactly.
William.
Exactly. This is the scene that made William want to kick my ass. William.
You know what? I just want to take a moment. I'm gonna take a moment, and like we'll get back to the review, but like I just want to take a moment and just read off everyone's review.
Please.
I want to do that.
Absolutely. No, please, by all means. Like, the people need to know.
Yes. All right. So let's go with friends. So, you want me to read off yours as well, or just ignore them?
People can look up mine. I want to spread the love of all our friends, giving off their reactions to this
all right.
movie.
From our good pal Amber, I hope whoever made this movie gets arrested. Half star. William, Hal, I'm going to kick your ass. 1.5 stars. Jess, I closed the stream like 5 seconds, but hearing everyone's reactions to VC was funny, I guess. 1/2 star. And honestly, Jess, good. You dodged a bullet because I don't think I would even want you to see the tit pedal scene. I don't want you to curse your eyes. Puff, adding a 1/2 star to the softcore lesbian beating the support scene. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Oh yeah, Alexia. Faust made $1 Faustillion domestically made, more past than 75.58 million more than a Faustillion realities. That's like 75.58 M times 1 Faustrillion. 5 stars.
Yeah.
Mr. Bamison. How do I unsee a movie? 1.5 stars. Buster. While not as gross as some of my buds hyped it up to be, it was very gross. Sometimes it's cool, gross, sometimes oof. Fun, shocky time, though. 2 stars. William, my man looks like a Sum 41 album. And then Faust Night was a success, also by Buster, 1.5 stars. Me, I said... Okay, well... my recent one was, guys, listen, this is a good movie. And then the second time I watched it was, this was my Gex, because I like to think that, you know that guy, you know how Jeb from Scott the Wasp is obsessed with Gex. This is me with Faust.
Exactly.
And then my first one was like, I'll save that till the end.
Sure.
I'll save that till the end.
Sure.
But I think like the least with 2 more. James. Fun for the whole family.
You heard it here first, folks. Schaeferless Productions thinks Faust is fun for the whole family.
And last but not least, Olivia.
Ooh.
This is the series finale of me watching movies.
Yeah, we did it. Hello and welcome to Too Many Movies, the podcast where we discuss DVDs, Blu-rays, and even the occasional bullshit that William makes me watch. William,
we watched fucking
you're back.
Showgirls.
We watched Showgirls. Episode 54. We watched Showgirls. William, let's give a rundown for the audience. What happened? How did we get here?
Okay, so one morning, it was the first of, I guess it was, I don't know if, no, it wasn't the first of April. It was like towards the end of April. Vinegar Syndrome, the boutique Blu-ray label, announced their halfway to Black Friday sale flash pre-orders, which are the actual sale will be going like a month later. But they did it for just the weekend. You could pre-order some of the big announcements for that early to get your order in first.
Mm-hmm.
And the big thing from that was the Vinegar Syndrome Ultimate, whatever, which term do they use? Ultra. They use their big box set versions. They have you got the movie. Usually it's in 4K. It comes with a booklet and this nice big hard case.
Mm-hmm.
And the movie that they announced was the infamous Showgirls by Paul Verhoeven. So I told Hal, hey Hal, Showgirls is getting a 4K.
Yep.
So then I dared him to buy it, and he said, it's already in my cart. And I said, oh yeah, well, it's in my cart too. Yeah, why don't we do an episode on it then, huh?
Yeah, motherfucker. Let's do an episode on
Yeah,
it.
let's fucking do it then. Yeah.
And then months later, I get a very nice looking box from Vinegar Syndrome with the Vinegar Syndrome logo on it. I open it up and I go, God damn it, the bit went too far. I bought Showgirls on 4K.
And let's specify this. This is a free disc set, so you get the 4K disc of the movie, and then 2 Blu-ray discs, one which has the movie on it and some small bonus features, and then a second disc with just a bunch of bonus features on it.
Showgirls. We bought Showgirls.
Is this when I mentioned my fanfic story? Because I mentioned it.
You can do that. I'm not gonna go in depth on mine because it's so bad. I started rereading after I watched the 4th movie. You can say yours. You can say your story.
Okay, for the record, I didn't write it. I didn't write it, but I told for those listening, I told the 2 of them I have a story about a Kung Fu Panda fanfic, and it happened in high school. It was my freshman year. My friend and I. Actually, it was the same friend who gave me the Kung Fu Panda DVD, so shout out to Caleb. Anyway, we were on the I don't know, we were just looking up Kung Fu Panda, and then that led us to a Kung Fu Panda fanfic, and that led us to a Po X Shifu fic, and we kind of...
Ooh. I'd read that. Send that to me.
No. We kind of skimmed it. And the worst part is we did this on the school's Chromebook.
Oh god. I'd read a Po X Shifu comic. Just sounds like a guilty pleasure, so yeah, send it to me.
No, it was years ago. No.
I'm amazed that got past school. Well, I mean, you know what? Schools are stupid, man, when it comes to censoring stuff.
Yeah,
Did I ever tell you guys the story when I was in 6th grade and my friend and I, we were in like engineering class and we used Bing, and we just let me tell you, we used Bing, and you're not going to believe me when I say this, but I swear to fucking God this happened. We typed in the word string into Bing images, and we got nothing but stringed bikinis. We just got like a bunch of pictures of scantily clad women in bikinis because strings are on I am not even kidding. I'm like, so I was like, and it was on the school's computer, and we just kept scrolling. Hello and welcome to Too Many Movies, the podcast where we discuss DVDs, Blu-rays, and even the occasional VHS tape. I am your host, Hal, and I'm very tired. But hey, Mordo's here. Mordo, how you doing?
I just beatboxed your intro.
Yeah, I that's pretty normal, I must say, in terms of intros.
Citizen Hal, you only have 1,000 episodes of Too Many Movies left in you before you die.
Oh no! I better make them good ones then! Why doesn't Milo use the exact same power? Why is he asking Dr. Woman where Morbius is?
Because Milo doesn't have perfect pitch.
John, shut up. Stop trying to make this movie logical, okay? It's more logical than you could ever imagine. I swear to you.
What?
Anyway, he walks away. Oh God. I just want to let you know, everything I've said is 100% true and actually has happened in this movie.
I believe
I'm
you.
not bullshitting any of this. But it goes a step further because Peter Lorre Fish goes, well, now I've seen everything, and takes out a pistol and shoots himself, killing himself.
I forgot about that.
I'm going to put that in the episode right now. Like, here it is.
Well, now I've seen everything.
Like, what?
What the fuck?
I love this 10-second clip so much because it is so brutal, so random, so out of nowhere, so has nothing to do with Dr. Seuss or Horton or anything. It's just Peter Lorre Fish proclaiming that he's seen everything and shoots himself. You could cut it out of the cartoon and nothing would change. It is so random. And I think they did cut it because I think I heard that this cartoon was obviously censored in later years because, well, it's a fish shooting himself in a children's cartoon. Like, that's kind of weird to put in there, to say the least. So this was a censored segment. And again, you cut it out entirely, nothing changes. Like, it's not like that fish ever came back, because he killed himself. So, but I am happy to say that this DVD has the uncensored version. So yes, that means children in the 2000s, when they got this DVD, witnessed the Peter Lorre fish proclaiming he's seen everything and promptly shoots himself. So
we 2000s kids were so edgy.
Yeah. The fact that this is in here makes me happy because I love shit like that, where it's just such unnecessarily dark humor like that in a children's cartoon, no less. Like, there's no way to interpret it. It's literally just, well, now I've seen everything. And then, boom, shoots himself in the head. That's it. That's the joke. Like, that's all you need.
That's something you'll find in fucking Rick and Morty nowadays.
Exactly. But it's in a children's cartoon from the 40s. I love it so much. Explain a little bit, I guess. What are your thoughts on 8 Crazy Nights?
Right. So the thing about this movie is that my entire ironic obsession with it, I don't even like the movie.
I knew it! I fucking knew it! You fraud!
I love guessing the movie up, but I don't actually like the movie.
Yeah, you'll have another chance to shout him out at the end. But anyway, Nevermore, introduce yourself.
Hey, my name's Keith David.
God.
I'm really happy to be on this podcast. I do the voice of Spawn. I do the voice of Frog Guy from Amphibia. And, I'm really happy to be here, Hal. I watch a lot of Argyle. Guy Law, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do, Mr. David. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm really glad to be here.
I'm honored to have you on this podcast, man. I'm a
Smoked
huge
lot-
fan.
I smoked a lot of crack before this, I'm not going to lie, but I'll see what I can do.
You got it, dude.
Al, please tell me you were recording our icons.
Yeah, I always record the icons now. That's how I do it.
Dude, that's gonna be so funny on the episode.
What do you think you're doing trying to pose as Keith David? You're not even doing a good job.
I think I voiced drunk fuck from Asmund.
I loved you in the thing.
His name
Mr.
is
David.
Husk, you piece of shit.
I said I do Spawn. Yeah, I do Spawn.
And what is Spawn but other Faust,
I think I think I
Hey,
got
Krabs, I think we're gonna have to kill this guy.
Well, all right. I think Keith David. You think you've had enough to drink? No. I need to say my piece. I need to say no. You gotta go, Keith. You gotta go, Keith. I'm trying to find a fucking profile. You say, what? Fuck it, we're gonna do this one.
You're stuck with Keith David.
No, I'm actually stuck with Okay, we're
never getting to these fucking movies, dude.
I thought you were just holding a friggin' hot dog.
Is that a chicken sandwich?
It's a chicken sandwich.
I
yeah.
thought so, yeah. Anyway,
My name is
turkey sandwich.
I'm gonna keep my name as Keith David for now. My name's Nevermore.
Son of a bitch. The only other notable thing about Falling Hair, on Max or HBO Max, on Max, it's listed.
So the way that HBO Max lists Looney Tunes is that it has them each in a season by the year they were made, which makes sense. Falling Hair, the short that involves a little gremlin hijacking a plane, is listed as Season 9, Episode 11.
That changed us forever, man. I mean, we were never the same after that, after realizing that. Well, speaking of Jason Goes to Hell, the movie about a killer parasite, it's pretty pretty amped. Pretty apt comparison, I must say. Because Rob,
Yes.
I know I said we were going to talk about a normal movie this episode, but we have another movie to talk about, and yeah. What? So, Rob, when I asked you if you wanted to come on the podcast, I distinctly remember you saying, like, is there any limit to what I could recommend to be on the podcast? And I was like, thinking about it, I'm like, not really. I'm not one to like, I'm not a prude. Like, I'm not going to be against anything that people recommend. Like, you know, because realistically, what are they going to recommend? Like, the most outlandish shit? I don't know. So then you say, well, can we watch a movie called Killer Pussy? And I went, yes. So, months later, once we finally organized recording this episode, I finally sat down and watched Killer Pussy, or as it's also called, Sexual Parasite. And I watched it. And boy howdy, you you brought something interesting to the table, Rob. Thank you for that.
Yeah, this is because the link leads to Reddit, but
No. That's so bad. That's so stupid. Oh, Consuela from fucking Family Guy. Is that her name, Consuela? I actually don't remember. I was thinking it was the fucking joke from Family Guy where it's the maid who has like the little fat son who's diabeto. It's just like, no diabeto, roll back to kitchen.
Oh, I remember that one. Started with Blue Beetle, and now we're talking about fucking Family Guy jokes.
It always comes back to Family Guy. Okay, I think I'm ready to explain why we watched it, and I'm gonna let Buster explain why.
Oh God, I have to explain it.
Well, you are the reason why we're talking about
Okay,
it. So.
okay, so I don't know when, but me and Hal got super hyper fixated on the Nostalgia Critic review for this movie because of a couple of jokes that got cut out of the official upload. You can still find the jokes on YouTube through unofficial uploads.
Yes.
But, like, the two jokes, where one was about autism.
Yeah, naturally.
And the other was the Nostalgia Critic saying a very word.
The clip gets posted on Twitter every year.
Should I put? I'll put the clip in like right now in the episode. I'll play it like
Why
right
is
now.
Close D.
What's up, my niggas?
When Santa Claus gets arrested, he goes to jail, and he looks around and sees everybody, and there's like one singular black man.
Yeah. And Doug, for whatever reason in 2009, was just like, I know the perfect joke for me to make right now. Which is really weird. Well, so...
It's telling of the time period.
It is telling of the time period, but he has never, ever made another joke like that, ever. Like, in any other video.
It's
Obviously
so
not
out of
today.
character.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
I
that's
think the
why...
joke is that's supposed to be out of character because it's an old man saying it.
No, but he's said out of character things as when like having an old person say something raunchy before. He's made that joke before. The thing is, he's never used the N-word like that.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm so hyper fixated on this one like 3-second clip that I can find on YouTube because one, he deleted it from the actual review, which makes it 10 times funnier now that we can find it still on YouTube.
Well, what's also funnier is the fact that he did the top 11 fuck-ups video at one point, and he apologized for the autism joke.
Yeah.
Said nothing about this one, baby.
Well, that's the other thing, too, is like I've seen the autism joke. I mean, I say joke in quotation
It's not
marks.
even a joke. He just says, oh, he's teaching the autistic kids.
Yeah, and you're just like, oh, okay.
There's no joke there.
That's not a
said
zinger.
He said autism.
Laugh.
Lol, I guess. I don't know. You know, it's kind of the same thing. He just says the N-word. Where's the joke? I mean, well, you know what? At the very least, there's a bit of the joke with the N-word because, yeah, isn't it funny that Santa Claus, this old white dude, says the N-word? I mean, there's an attempt there.
2009 was weird.
It was weird. It was weird.
Summer of Love, baby. They brought it back.
They brought it back.
Good. Hi, I'm Troy McClure. You might have heard of me from such previous Too Many movies as the Salt episode and the Howard the Duck episode. Contrarianism is pretty good, actually. Yeah, but I'm back. Round 3.
Yeah, round 3. I got the number 1 contrarian on the podcast.
Yeah. You might know me from my contrarian takes as the wild robot is slightly less good than people think, and Howard the Duck is not terrible. You know, just wild takes like that one.
Dude,
But,
dude, much like that robot, your takes are wild, dude. Holy shit. Holy shit. You got some wild fucking contrarian takes there, bro.
I know. I'm just really trying to be diff, but I think it works pretty well.
I'm trying to be different, okay?
Yeah. See, people usually say that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's led to some great takes of mine. So,
Yeah,
you know.
different is good. I agree.
Exactly.
Actually, I disagree with that because that makes me different.
Yeah, see, this is actually why I'm happy. See, I would tell more people to be contrarian, but if everyone was contrarian, then like I don't have no point really.
Yeah. And when everyone's contrarian, no one will be.
Exactly.
Oh, I love this movie. It's so good.
After the first test screening, the audience wanted more of the traditional Friday the 13th campground sex and slash stuff, and so did New Line. I was very against that, and so was Dean. Because the only problem I've had with the mythology of Friday the 13th films is this constant thing that anyone who does drugs or has sex should die. That's a very puritanical vision.
It's a movie, you fucking idiot.
But we were given our marching orders, and what we shot is something I'm willing to live with because we tried to twist conventions back around in a more positive way. I wanted to get as many guys naked as women.
Oh my God. Marching orders. Are you high? What are you talking about?
Yeah, that scene only exists because they said, guys, come on, it's Friday the 13th. You need to have at least one of these in here.
You mean to tell me that the one scene with Tony the Wonder Llama was added after the fact?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me explain. There's a scene where a couple is having sex, and the guy just randomly goes, "You think you're ready for Tony the Wonder Llama?" What the fuck does that even mean, Tony the Wonder Llama?
I think that means his dick.
How hairy is your dick, my guy? What are you talking about?
I'll give them credit. The part where the girl gets split in half, that's great.
Awesome. Yeah, that's one of the best kills in the movie. Again, added after the fact. After the fact.
Yeah.
Oh God, oh my goodness. Okay.
A buck, you know, so
Yeah.
they don't have to like regard the actual story and lore of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer of all things.
Mhm. Not to be rude to the writers, but I hope they die.
No. No one deserves that. No, but like the
Reminder.
You just hear like honking in the background.
There were 2 times recording ShinyCast where I literally got up, switched it to my phone, went to my car, and drove to Burger King while we were recording the episode.
Another day, another dollar.
What up, guys?
Another day, another dollar.
Yeah.
God.
There's also a line where I think it might be one of the military leaders. I was just writing this as one of my notes. There is among us an astronaut.
I found that funny. Yeah, he's just like, because he blatantly, yeah, he even says among us pretty, like he kind of separates it from the rest of the sentence. I know this was years before Among Us, but it was suspiciously like it was predicting something.
And astronauts have helmets pretty similar to the characters Among Us, so
Yeah, well, sus.
Did you want to get to the part of the movie, the line where like Dwayne Johnson's character is like naked and one of the aliens sees him?
Yeah,
and it says that's a weird spot to have your antenna.
Yeah, I mean that's also kind of I guess they do have antennas, kind of, these aliens, but also I don't know. They seem more like nubs, and also they have 2 of them. Like, what? I don't know. I get the joke. Like, oh, haha, they think it's his antenna. Like, but it's actually his penis. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Penis joke in a kid's movie. I haven't seen that before.
Okay, so I guess who wants to actually say what the plot is?
I can read the back of this DVD box.
I can read the one sentence on Tubi.
All right, you go first, and then I'll go second.
A frustrated artist gets acclaim for a plaster-covered dead cat that is mistaken as a Schofield statuette. Starring Dick Miller.
That's about... Yeah, that's a part of it, I would say. All right, now...
That's the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, let's read my thing. In a jumpin' Java joint filled to the brim with kooky beatniks, poets, and hipsters, an artist wannabe discovers he has a talent for modern art and murder. Dripping with blood, social satire, and sick comedy from the Film Daily. This film, according to critic Leonard Maltin...
From Critters. From Little Critter Leonard Maltin.
nicely captures the spirit of the beatnik era and zips along with vibes of counterculture creepiness. Walter, Dick Miller, is a busboy overly impressed with the cool cats who hang out at the Yellow Door Coffee House, and he wonders how to become hip. When he accidentally kills his landlady's pet cat, Walter panics and covers it with clay. His prayers are answered, and before he knows it, he's the cat's meow of the art world. His talent develops, and surprise, he can sculpt humans the same way too. Like so many artists, his real talent won't be discovered until he's dead.
Spoilers. Oh no.
Okay.
One paragraph.
That is the best DVD backside I've ever read.
Yeah. That's
incredible.
It's a special occasion.
It
episode
is.
100. The last time we had a special occasion episode was episode 50. I did with William. And we did 50 of the greatest cartoons on VHS. That's become a staple of the podcast. It's one of my favorite episodes, even though I forced William to watch 50 cartoons, 5 of which were the Three Stooges cartoons.
50 of the greatest cartoons that we had the rights to.
Yeah, exactly. That's literally what it was. So, but you know what, John? I learned my lesson from that. We're not going to do that for episode 100. We're going to talk about a real movie.
Whoa.
So, I have here with me Seinfeld episode 100 on VHS.
Whoa, that's a thing.
Yeah. We watched it, John.
We
Remember?
did, yes.
Remember the time we watched Seinfeld episode 100?
Peter, that was literally yesterday.
Yeah. Well, we did. We talked about Seinfeld episode 100 on VHS, and that's what we're going to be talking about, John. You excited?
They call it the 100th episode. Does it even qualify as an episode? Because it's just a clip show, but it has like one of those campy, like fourth wall breaky documentary intros, but then it's like a documentary with all the good parts missing.
Well, I mean, John, it's Seinfeld episode 100. What more do you want?
I don't know. I'm more of a Friends guy.
Well, John, we have a lot to talk about with Seinfeld.
Okay,
episode 100,
we do.
So let's get into it. So, Seinfeld episode 100. It's
It starts.
It does do that.
Yep. And then it goes.
Yeah.
And then it ends.
It does do that.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Let's talk about Thomas and the Magic Railroad, John.
Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.
Fuck yeah, sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. Robin, I wanted to bring this up because I don't know if you've noticed this, but one of the main female leads in Man from U.N.C.L.E., Elizabeth Debicki.
Oh God.
Yeah. So the tall blonde lady in the movie. Do you recognize her from a certain movie?
I'm looking at her at Wikipedia. I don't want to look at the filmography because I don't want to spoil it for me. But like, part of me wants to say yes, but it's like I don't know exactly.
Okay.
It's a fucking Nolan movie, isn't it? I swear to God.
It's not just a Nolan movie.
No. I swear to God. Fucking damn it. Fucking damn it.
Is
it Memento?
No.
That's me finding out. That's me finding out they hit the towers.
I hate Tenet.
Oh God, the amount of leave counters for this particular episode is literally 0, 0, 2, 0.
Robin, turn on the news. They hit the Pentagon. It's like, no,
they hit the Tenet.
Robin, turn on the news. It's like, no, fuck that. They fucked up Tenet. Fuck this movie.
No, fuck that. Bryce, fuck the Pentagon right now. Nolan just made a mid-movie. Something that should have never happened in 30 years of his fucking filming career. He made a bad movie. I'm killing myself.
Mr. President, a second Tenet actor has appeared.
Robin, a second actor has appeared in Tenet.
Oh God, yeah, who? Robert Pattinson.
Attention, everyone. Please do not announce in the comments section that you are attracted to Zen. This has been a recurring issue. I do not know what people with underdeveloped social skills think it's okay to go on about how cute or hot Zen is in a subreddit full of strangers who do not need to know that no one is going to be impressed or give you a high five. If you are attracted to furries, that is fine, as long as it does not include the follow real animals, dead people, family members, children, and adults who did not give consent or are drunk, high, on drugs, asleep, or knocked out. If you say this, then you outed yourself as a gooner, and you could be uploaded to a cringe subreddit. Thank you. I made sure to keep in all the typos.
Lazy, you have an answer?
I think I do, actually. A lot of the stuff I watched, like when I was younger, like on the VHS, specifically, like I would have been like super young, but like it would have been, I only had like one small TV in my room. I could play only like VHS tapes and that's it. So like I would either watch stuff like the Winnie the Pooh movies or like Here in the Big Blue House, or the one, this is going to be kind of a shocking answer, but I think a VHS tape of a movie I watched a lot when I was younger was the Cat in the Hat movie.
That is the perfect answer. Okay.
Hey man,
yes.
Blue House is also good.
Yes, but Cat in the Hat is more epic.
Yeah, that's the comedy.
I guess my mom was perfectly fine with me watching it. I don't know if she knew about all the innuendos that were in it. Maybe she just didn't even.
I don't think anybody paid attention to the innuendos. They're just like, Cat in the Hat, just put it on for the kids, and the kids are just like, what's a dirty hoe?
While we're on the topic of bad guys, Hal, who do you think would win in a one-on-one, Viper or Mr. Snake?
Viper, because she's a kung fu master.
I think Viper. Viper has it in the bag.
Okay,
and I'm not just saying that because I like Lucy Liu more than I like Mark Maron.
The gadgets and the intuition, I think he can outsmart her. We'll continue this conversation.
Wait, hang on. I think she'd do the same thing what she did to Tai Lung and wrap herself around Snake and then make his tail punch himself.
How would that work?
He could probably like break
just
free
don't
though.
Think about
That's
too
the
much.
thing.
Listen. We have to take into account that Snake. Okay, are we giving them prep time? Because if so, maybe Snake has a chance. But if
yep. Well, okay. If we had prep time, Snake would win. If it was just like improv, then yeah, probably Viper. I think
I can live with that answer. Sure.
Okay, yeah. We don't have to keep this in the final cut, by the way. This was just like an impromptu thing that I.
No,
let
I'm
you
absolutely
know
keeping all of that.
Your insight.
Okay, wait.
Okay, that's good.
Glad we talked about a movie from 1995 on episode 95 of the podcast. Isn't that worked out that way?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect timing.
I planned it all from the beginning.
Aha.
No, I'm just
But
kidding.
who's to say?
It was a happy coincidence.
Yeah. But who's to say I didn't plan it?
Oh.
Maybe I'm just playing the fool here, but nah, I don't know.
You were the Palpatine.
Happy coincidence. I was the Jar Jar. Man. I was the Jar Jar. The true mastermind behind everything.
The Jar Jar of
yeah.
too many movies.
That's the moniker I want to go by from now on.
All those animation fans out there, this is what you've been looking for. This started back in the 80s.
Yep.
It's, we mentioned Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I feel like it's a very similar film. This is one of my all-time favorites. We've been waiting a long time to do this. I'm so excited. I'm so ready for the... Oh my god!
Oh my god, Swine, what's wrong?
Oh, they found me.
What?
You never take me alive, you bureaucratic pigs! Long live Mother Czechoslovakia! Die! I'll be back!
What the fuck just happened? Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for possibly imagining us talking about these movies. I don't know how you came across us. Whatever, it doesn't matter. William, do you have anything you want to plug?
I should probably plug my phone charger in for the night so I can charge my phone tomorrow.